What is going on, guys? Welcome to Guitar Vlog number 3. Today we are going to get these Fishman Fluence TOSIN ABASI pickups. If you guys saw last week's vlog, you guys know that I was down at a TOSIN ABASI clinic about a week ago and I picked up a signature set of TOSIN ABASI Fishman Fluence pickups. Now you might be asking yourself, why would I buy a set of pickups that are modeled after a guitar player that I don't sound anything like? I don't play guitar like TOSIN ABASI. I got 20% off just because it was a TOSIN ABASI clinic, so I figured I can't really lose. If I end up putting them in there and they don't really work out for me, then I can still pull them out, put them back into the box and sell them on Reverb or something like that. So, two things. One, I haven't made an appointment with Guitar Center, so they have no idea that I'm coming, so I don't know if they're actually going to be able to swap the pickups right now when I go over there. I don't really feel like doing the whole drop-off pickup like 3 days later thing because I have a lot of content to put out with the guitar, so I can't just not have it home. But what I do know is that I'm not allowed to film in this particular Guitar Center. I don't know if that's like a Guitar Center thing or if it's just this one, but I can't film in there. So, now fear not, because I did record some DIs of the bare knuckle juggernauts that are in the Solar right now, and that way when I get the guitar back with the Fishman Fluence pickups in them, assuming they do it today, we can go ahead and compare the two and see what the differences are in the sound. So yeah. Honestly, I haven't even opened these things up yet, but I am super stoked to see what they are gonna sound like in here. So let's get the Solar in the case and get out of here. Nice. That was quick, right? Man, those things look good. Bam. If you guys check out here, we do have the Fishman Fluence TOSIN ABASI signature pickups now sitting inside the guitar. I kind of figured I would go through and show you guys some of the raw tones really quick in the room. I don't want to give away too much because then there's no point in doing an in-depth review later on with the actual tones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it through this Line 6 Pod 2.0, which sounds absolutely killer, by the way, when you turn off the impulse response, running it through this Engel 2x12 with two Celestion V30s. I'm going to be running the Line 6 Pod 2.0 through the Seymour Duncan Power Stage 170. This is actually a pretty fun little rig here to have in the corner whenever I want to feel like I'm kind of playing through a real amp. I understand this is a modeler, but running it through this power amp, it sounds really good in here actually. Then after that, I was going to sit down and answer a whole bunch of questions for you guys. When I got the guitar back yesterday or the day before yesterday, I posted it on social media on Instagram and on Facebook. I also posted it in the Ola England discussion group. And I got a whole bunch of questions regarding these pickups and how they differ from the bare knuckle pickups and the Solar Duncan pickups. And I figured instead of going through and answering each one of them in text, I would just finish the rest of this vlog answering those questions for you guys so I could elaborate on them as much as I possibly could. So let's hear what this thing sounds like right now, and then I'll sit down and answer those questions for you guys. Let's do this. All right, guys, honestly, I have absolutely no clue what this is gonna sound like in this room because this room is extremely live and loud. It has like this ceramic tile on the floor that kind of looks like hardwood, except it's not. But so it's really echoey, which sucks for mixing. I struggled with mixing for a long time because, well, it just sounds like shit in here. But I definitely need to do the acoustic panels, and I just need to do something with the sound in this room because, yeah, it's way too loud in here. I just got done slapping on some brand new strings onto the guitar. Yesterday when they changed the pickups out, they didn't change the strings, they just put my old strings back on, and I'm about to start tracking the Fishman Fluence demo track in a little bit, actually, as soon as I get done with this video here. And so, yeah, I just wanted to give you guys some raw tones. Let's see what this thing sounds like. right, so like I said, I'm going to sit down and answer some of the questions that you guys happen to have regarding these Fishman Fluence Moderns. And I'm going to start with Will Jones. He says, how would I compare the TOSIN ABASI set to the Fishman Fluence Moderns? He has Moderns now in his guitar, and he wants to know if he can consider other options to put in different guitars. Honestly, this is the first set of Fishman Fluence pickups that I've played. Now, I'm technically lying when I say that because I've been in guitar stores and I've played them on different guitars, but this is the first time I've been able to bring them home, actually play it in my guitar, play it on my gear. So this is the first time I've actually been able to play Fishman Fluence pickups. So for those of you who don't know yet, I have the TOSIN ABASI signature pickups in here. I don't play anything like TOSIN ABASI, but at this point it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all because these sound absolutely killer. So I mean, I haven't played other Fishmans, but I can't imagine they're gonna sound bad. I mean, these sound so good, and they're not even modeled towards my real style of playing. As you guys saw, I'm a heavy metal player. I'm not doing, 90% of the stuff that TOSIN is doing, but it doesn't matter. They sound perfect. All right, the next one is coming from That Cheeky Metalhead, and he asked me this on Instagram, and he said, I've been thinking about them, but I hate EMGs and blackouts, meaning Seymour Duncan. They have too much compression. How do these stack up? I had EMGs in my guitar for a really long time. I went from the EMGs to the Duncan Solar pickups when I got this S1.6, and then I went from those to the bare knuckle pickups right after that. So, I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't wanna give an unfair comparison to EMG because it's been so long since I had the EMGs in my other guitar when I was playing them that I don't 100% remember what they sounded like, at least not in comparison to these pickups. I can't just say, oh, they sound so much better. I really can't remember exactly. I mean, I'm pretty biased right now because I'm really excited about these pickups, so I want to say that these do sound a lot better, and I'll get more in depth in the review that's coming up, but you essentially have 4 sets of pickups in here, right? Because I'm gonna go over all of the options that you have. I mean, you basically have the push-pull tone, which gives you 2 separate voicings for 3 different positions. So you have it in the bridge position, you get 2 voicings for that. You have it in the middle position, you get 2 voicings for that. And when you have it on the neck, you get 2 voicings for that, among other things. These definitely stack up to EMG. I mean, in my opinion, I think they stand a little bit taller than EMG. And on top of that, you have all those options. So give them a shot. They're definitely worth the money. All right, Steven on Facebook wants to know if I had to do any additional routing to get these pickups to fit in this guitar. And the answer is yes, I did. When I originally put these bare knuckles into this guitar, pull this out so you guys can see it right now. So when I originally put these in, you guys can see right here that you have this pin. Well, this used to be square, right? And they had to route these edges off of the pickup itself, right? And then it was able to fit. I didn't actually have to do any modifications to the guitar itself. A little bit different with these. Obviously they're in the guitar, so I can't pull them out, but if you look at the cavity here on the side and there, that wasn't big enough to accommodate these pickups, so we did have to do a little bit of routing on the side just to get it to fit, but obviously you can't even tell the difference. You can't see anything on the outside of it, so I didn't care. They ended up fitting pretty good, and I think they look pretty badass in this guitar. It's got this really cool stealth thing going on. So yes, to answer your question, yes, you're gonna have to do just a little tiny bit of routing. It's not gonna be very much, as long as you have a tech who knows what they're doing. They shouldn't mess with your guitar whatsoever. It's gonna look just fine. Okay, next up we got Bobby Guy. This is on Facebook. He wants to know if I'll sell him my Duncan Solar pickups and pots that I originally pulled out of this Solar S1.6. And no, I have plans for these. I'm gonna put them in a different guitar. I'm getting to that if I can pump out all of this content. I still have to do the Scurvason demo with the Jupiter rail and the Sentient neck pickup. I haven't even done that yet, so I gotta get that out. I gotta do this one. I'm doing the Will Putney plugin this week, so as soon as I get through all that content, I'll get to this next project, which I'll show you guys, but I have another guitar that I'm gonna drop these into, and I'm pretty stoked to hear what that sounds like. So no sir, I will not be selling them. This one is from Pierre. This was off of the Ola in the discussion group on Facebook. He says, hey Abel, I've been following you for a bit and noticed that you swapped out your jugs in both your Solar and in the Scurvason. Is it really to spice things up, or do you not like the juggernauts? I've got them in my Scurvason too, and I'm not 100% convinced. I like them, but I'm curious as to what you think. This is something I really didn't even notice that I was doing when I was doing it. I didn't pay attention to that. I did essentially switch out the bare knuckle juggernauts that came stock in the Scurvason Raptor 7, and then I had the bare knuckle juggernauts in this one, and now I'm swapping them out for the Fishman Fluence. Completely unintentional. It has nothing to do with my distaste for bare knuckle juggernauts. Personally, I think these pickups are badass. I like them. I literally do just like to change things up. I like to try new sounds and try new pickups, and I was excited to try a different type of technology, something new.
and to see what it was going to sound like. So no, I have no problem with the bare knuckle juggernauts whatsoever, even though it looks like I do because I just pulled 2 different sets out of my guitars. But you know, the set that I pulled out of the Scurvation, me and Nick just got done putting in another guitar, so you guys will see that demo coming up pretty soon as well. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with these yet, but they're definitely going back into another guitar. I'm not getting rid of them. Nate on Facebook wants to know if I got the rechargeable battery pack for the Fishman Fluences. No, I didn't. I didn't get them. I honestly didn't really think about it. I just got the pickups while I was there. I finished watching the clinic and didn't really pay attention to the fact that that would be probably good to purchase at the same time. But you know, Fishman, if you guys happen to be watching this, but no, I didn't buy it. So, but I am looking into buying it. So if I understand correctly, you get like 200 or some odd hours the way it is right now. But obviously popping the back of the guitar off and changing the battery every time you need to do it. There's a whole bunch of stuff that are shoved into this small space now because of these pickups and the super switch that's in there and all this stuff. So it's gonna be a kind of a pain in the ass to change the battery. So I am 100% gonna buy that battery pack. It's just a matter of when I get around to it, when I get around to going and getting that installed. So yeah, gonna get it, totally gonna buy it, but I didn't buy it yet, so no. So Michael Mastillo on Facebook wants to know, is it worth swapping the 24 volt EMG 817s for the Stephen Carpenter Fishmans? If you guys don't know what he's talking about doing a 24 volt mod that he has currently on his EMGs from what it sounds like. Is it worth switching it out for the Stephen Carpenter Fishmans? Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah, I think 100%. This is something that was actually addressed when I was watching the clinic. I can't get nearly as technical as Ken Susi did when he responded to it, but yeah, 100%. It's 100% worth it. Personally, I mean, I know that I've just got these pickups and I'm being super biased right now, but it's so worth trying these pickups. They sound so good. I'm just trying to save as much info as I can for the actual in-depth review, is where I'm gonna tell you guys everything and how they really compare. But what I'll tell you guys right now is that I've been obviously going through, you know, a lot of pickup sets in the past couple years, and I'm not gonna change. I don't see myself changing these out. I really don't see myself moving on from Fishman Fluence. I think I'm gonna stay here. Now, I may change the model. I don't know. I may decide to try maybe the kill switch engage models or just the Fishman Fluence moderns, but I'm probably gonna stay with Fishman from here forward. I mean, I'm trying to save it for the review, but God, they sound good. They sound so good. What's up, guys? So my camera died when I was finishing the video. I really need to get this whole battery thing figured out. But anyway, I just wanted to thank everybody who sent in questions. I want to thank everybody who's been following me. It was really cool to find out that people in the Ola England discussion group actually watched my video. I was actually pretty stoked to see that. So yeah, man, if you guys enjoy the content, if you guys enjoy these vlogs, please let me know down below in the comments. Please hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you guys on the next video.